So I think when you're doing that, one of the first things that comes to mind is that you just want to find somewhere that's going to have um, minimize the fees, right? At the end of the day, we want to be very, very responsible. We want to make sure that we always have money in the bank. We want to make sure that all of our transactions are covered, or whatever it may be. But a lot of times banks have fees for this and for that, and so regardless of how diligent you are, there's probably going to be something that comes up at some point in your life that a bank will want to charge you a fee. And if we can minimize that, that's the first thing that I would look at. From there, I think the world that we're living in, obviously, we've gone through COVID. We are getting more and more digital. So the second thing I think that you want to look at is you want to find a place that has digital offerings, right? So whether that is online bill pay, you want to be able to go online and check all of your balances. You want to be able to go online and move money or do it directly from your phone on an app. You want to make sure that you have those options. And I think also the other piece that a lot of people are using is whether it's Venmo or Zelle or whatever it is. A lot of banks now are making it to where you can transfer money to and from. So if you go out for pizza with a friend and you pay for it, you ideally would like to get that money back as quickly as possible. And if you have a bank that has Zelle in particular, but some way to transfer money to you, that's the other piece. So keep the fees as low as possible. You're going to hear that as a recurring theme, whether it's a bank or anything else, a credit card. So we definitely want to keep the fees low. And then the other piece, I think, in this world that we live in, and it's going to this route more and more, if we can have the accessibility and access to it online, I think that will make things a lot easier and more enjoyable for you.
I think first you have to start within, understand what type of relationship you are looking for your bank. Do you have the need to have a interpersonal relationship? Do you want to know or need to have a personal banker? If those are the case, then and you're looking for more of a traditional bank, then you want to make sure that they have good accessibility. Maybe their online platform is important. Customer service is going to be important across the board. Definitely more on the traditional side of banking, you want to make sure that they have no to low fees as much as possible. The fact that some of these big banks still charge for checking accounts in some sort of way is kind of completely bothersome to me, but those are things that you definitely want to pay attention to. The type of products that they offer. Every financial institution is different. Rates for sure. I personally think that a lot of the digital banks are surpassing traditional banks. But again, it all comes down to what your purpose is for opening the bank account and how you're going to utilize it and what you need from that financial institution.
It's really important to have a relationship with them. You want to be able to, be able to trust them first and foremost. But you want to be able to go to the bank and have a relationship, whether it's with your bank teller or whoever you use or whoever you frequent, and build a relationship at that establishment. You want to understand the details behind the contract you're signing. So depending on, if you sign a debit card, you have a checking and savings account, you have a money manager within the bank that you work with, you got to understand the details of your relationship and contract. And then the fees. I think the fees is a big thing that a lot of people overlook. They just put money in an account and they want to open up a bank account, but there's a lot of things that you have to look for from that standpoint.